morning and a very warm welcome. You're watching JanataTelevision and this is the English Bulletin with me, Anustha Acharya. The top stories first. Buddha Jayanti being observed across the country amid low-profile functions. Followers of Buddhism pray for world peace amid coronavirus pandemic. Authorities in Kathmandu Valley extend prohibitory order by a week. Government to adopt strict measures to contain coronavirus. Death toll from coronavirus climbs to 6,700. Number of active cases rises to 117,000. Military coup in Mali again. Coup leader promises election next year. And UEFA opens disciplinary action against European clubs. Barcelona, Juventus and Real Madrid under scrutiny for joining European Super League. And now the news in detail. The 2565th Buddha Jayanti is being observed today to commemorate the enlightenment of Lord Buddha. A report. Followers of Buddhism in Nepal and other countries are celebrating the Buddha Jayanti today by preparing for peace across the world. Buddha Jayanti is celebrated on the full moon day in the month of Baisakh according to Nepalese lunar calendar. Lord Buddha was born in Lumbini in 563 AD as Prince Siddhartha Gautam. He left all the riches and worldly pleasures in search of knowledge at the age of 29. After 6 years of penance, he finally attained enlightenment on this very day. He was also born on the full moon day of Baisakh and left the world at the age of 80 on the same day. By the time he was widely acclaimed as the messenger of non-violence and peace. Later, his disciples founded Buddhism based on the principle of his teachings of non-violence. Special functions are held each year to mark this festival with much fanfare at various pilgrimage sites across the country. Pilgrims throngs to Swayambhunath Stupa and Bauddhanath in Kathmandu, Farping Namo Buddha of Kabre, Halesi of Khotang, Tarke Ghyang of Sindhupalchok among other worship places. However, the celebrations have been affected this year due to second wave of coronavirus pandemic. Authorities of the three districts in Kathmandu Valley have decided to extend prohibitory order until next Thursday. A meeting of the chief district officers of Kathmandu, Lalitpur and Bhaktapur yesterday decided to extend the prohibitory order by one more week. The restrictions will remain in force until June 3. Chief district officers of Kathmandu, Kali Prasad Parajuli, informed that they decided to extend the prohibitory order as the rate of COVID-19 infection did not decline. He further said that the modality of restrictions will be changed and strict measures will be adopted to contain the disease. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back. After the break, we continue with other national news. Coronavirus has claimed 169 lives across the country in a single day. A report. The government yesterday confirmed 169 deaths across the country due to coronavirus. With this, the death toll has climbed to 6,700. The Ministry of Health and Population also reported 8,387 new cases of coronavirus across the country. The total cases of coronavirus in the country have climbed to 528,848, while the number of active cases has increased to 117,261. According to the ministry, altogether 404,887 infected persons have recovered from the disease in the country so far. Nepal is currently among top 41 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic. The USA tops the list with over 33.9 million confirmed cases, followed by India with more than 26.9 million cases. Coronavirus has infected more than 168 million people across the world and claimed over 3.48 million lives. And now the news from economic front. The Federation of Nepalese Chambers of Commerce and Industries has demanded the government to take necessary measures to revive the economy that has been badly affected by the pandemic. FNCCI has urged the government to roll out special programs to bail out the economy, which has been hit hard by the second wave of coronavirus. FNCCI noted that the economy was yet to recover from the impact of the first wave when it faced further problems with recent development. Besides vaccines and protecting people's lives, FNCCI also drew the government's attention towards reviving the country's economy. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back. Now the international news. Mali's president and prime minister have been ousted by the officer who led last year's coup and became vice president of interim government. Colonel Assimi Goita says the president and prime minister failed in their duties and were seeking to sabotage the country's transition. They were arrested hours after a government reshuffle which saw two senior army officers replaced. The coup leader says elections will still go ahead next year as planned, but they ignored pleas from the UN chief, the African Union and the other international calls to release the president and prime minister without any preconditions. You're watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. UEFA has opened disciplinary proceedings against Barcelona, Juventus and Real Madrid over their involvement in the proposed European Super League. The clubs were part of the 12 founding members of the breakaway league, which later collapsed. The other 9 clubs renounced the project, but Barcelona, Juventus and Real Madrid have refused to do so. UEFA said following an investigation conducted by UEFA ethics and disciplinary inspectors in connection with the so-called Super League project, disciplinary proceedings have been opened against Real Madrid, Barcelona and Juventus for the potential violation of UEFA legal framework. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Buddha Jayanti being observed across the country amid low-profile functions. Followers of Buddhism pray for world peace amid coronavirus pandemic. Authorities in Kathmandu Valley extend prohibitory order by a week. Government to adopt strict measures to contain coronavirus. Death toll from coronavirus climbs to 600-700. Number of active cases rises to 117,000. Military coup in Mali again. Coup leader promises election next year. And UEFA opens disciplinary action against European clubs. Barcelona, Juventus and Real Madrid are under scrutiny for joining European Super League. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.